Hello and welcome to the Urbana Daily Digital Podcast. We have an exciting episode today. We have got multiple guests on. This is our first time with multiple. We're doing it remotely, so who knows what'll go wrong in this episode, but it's going to be fun. We have some great guests. We've got Christina Flowers, who is the Champaign County Business and School Liaison. We've got Sara Neer, the Director of the Champaign County Chamber of Commerce, and we got the wonderful Brezlyn Reneer, who I will say is a graduate of the Entrepreneur Club, but today she is representing as an intern for the Champaign County Chamber of Commerce. So before we get started, Chris, do you want to kind of explain what is the Champaign County Business and School Liaison? It's something that hasn't been around forever. People that know. Can you kind of explain to people that don't know what you do?
Sure. So my role started, this is the fourth year in this role, and it started as a result of the Business Advisory Council approaching the Champaign County Commissioners and asking for support in developing a career education program in our county. There was a lot of talk, a lot of desire from both the businesses and the schools for that to take place, but there just wasn't someone to be able to make all those gears turn and be that middleman. So that's where I came in. I work for the Champaign County Commissioners, but I also work with the Madison Champaign ESC. I work with all of the schools in the county and really focus upon career education and what we can do as a county in K through 12 to make students more aware and ready for careers. And then I work with businesses to learn about what they are doing, what they have to offer to our students, and what their needs are. And we come together regularly as businesses and schools, to put our ideas together and build initiatives.
No, that's awesome. I always explain your job as Chris Flowers is our dot connector in the county. It's if somebody
Exactly.
doesn't know how to connect something, or a student's looking for an opportunity, or someone is hiring and looking for a student, I always say you just need to talk to Chris Flowers. And my inbox is constantly filled with so many things that I would never know is happening in our county because of you. So thank you for everything that you do. Sarah, do you want to kind of talk a little bit around, getting an intern for the summer? This isn't something that the chamber typically does. It's something that I think is super unique. I think you found the perfect person to do it with Brezlyn, but you want to kind of talk about how you came to deciding that maybe an intern would be a good fit for the summer.
Yeah, so as everybody kind of already knows, the summer months are so busy. There's so many events, so many things going on outside of regular business hours. And we were blessed to have a summer intern 2 years ago, had an awesome experience with her. And we were always hoping that we would be able to have an intern again. We operate on a very tight budget. We are a nonprofit organization, so we don't always have the funds to hire an extra person. But Chris had told me about Sochi a couple years ago, and always something I kind of wanted to take advantage of. And then this year, I started serving on the board for Monument Square District. And it came up in one of those meetings that we needed somebody who could help run the social media page and just doing like website updates, getting content for that organization as well. And that organization is all volunteers. So I thought about Sochi again, and I approached my board, the chamber board, and then I also approached the MSD board and said, what if we shared an intern and shared the cost? So Brezlyn's internship is funded 75% by the Champaign County Visitors Bureau and 25% by Monument Square District. And her hours are divided up accordingly. So 75% of her hours are devoted for CVB, and then 25% to MSD.
That's awesome. Um, I know one of the things, being an employer in the county, one of the things that, come across, and we've been talking about this a lot, Chris, in our BAC meetings, is how to best utilize an intern. So kind of how did you approach, it's awesome that you saw this need, and as you're serving on the board, we got a lot of great things happening on the Main Street front. How did you kind of decide where value could be to be able to bring Brezlyn in? That's not only value to your organization or the two organizations that she's funded by from this, but also, beneficial to Breslin.
Yeah, so you guys already knew Breslin. I did not. I met her for the first time during interviews. Heard a little bit about her before that, but Breslin is so impressive. And truly, we interviewed 3 people, and these high school students will blow you away with what they've already done, their knowledge, their abilities. So it wasn't an easy decision on who to hire because all 3 of them would have done amazing. But Breslin had some previous experience. She has her own business as well, which hopefully you can ask her about later. And she already has some marketing experience from that. So those skills would just translated perfectly for what we were looking for. And then I think it's also important to note that the Sochi internship program is technology based. So we were looking for that. We needed someone who could get photos for us, do short form videos, and social media content, which all fell in the realm of what the Sochi program is.
Yeah. So Breslin, I know you, like I said, from my entrepreneur club and hearing so many stories, much like Sarah had heard about you before. I'd heard about you before entrepreneur club saying you've got to get Breslin in on this club. She's already got her own business. So please share a little bit about you. I met you as a Graham student, and I know a lot has changed from now. I know you're working at Huey's. Kind of give us a little bit of a snapshot of who Breslin is right now.
Yeah, so right now I'm definitely a busy person, but I love it. I wouldn't want it any other way. So I just graduated from Graham this year, and I it's just been amazing after graduation. So I'm working at Huey's, and I'm still running my own business, which if you didn't know, it's called Breezy Bombers. It's a soft plastic fishing lure company that ships baits all across the country. And so I'm still doing that. I'm really busy in like the church stuff. So I'm a youth pastor at a church. And so I've just been really busy with a bunch of different stuff, but it's been amazing and I've just loved this internship. I feel like I've learned so much already and it's not even over yet.
So Breslin, how did you hear about the internship?
So actually my favorite teacher at the high school, Mrs. Cook, was like, "Hey, this internship's going on. I think you'd be a really good fit for it." So she sent it to me and I did some digging in it. I looked into it a little bit and yeah, that's kind of how it all started. And then I was like, "Oh, I know Mrs. Trenner. I know Polly." And so that kind of also was like, "Okay, I feel like I'd be a little bit more comfortable there because I already know somebody." And so that's just kind of how it started. And then I sent in an application.
Awesome. So Breslin, tell me a little bit more about what all you've kind of been doing this summer for both the Visitors Bureau side and for the downtown Main Street project.
Yeah. So I started a video marketing series that's been posted on the Visitors Bureau called Breslyn's Blind Spot, where I go all over Champaign County, like discovering different stories in different places in Champaign County that might not get a bunch of attention. I do that so we can draw attention to those people and bring people into Champaign County for those attractions. And I have also been doing a bunch of marketing stuff, posting for the Monument Square District. I went down to all of Monument Square District and all of the shops and eateries down there to just kind of get information so that we can update the website according to their business and all of that kind of stuff, just so that we have all of the correct information for them.
Yeah, there's been so much change in downtown Urbana. It's kind of crazy, Um, looking back, like thinking Sarah, like we've been watching this from afar for a while and in different roles over time, and it is amazing all that's been happening. And you're absolutely right. We needed someone to be updating all of our digital assets. So many things are happening physically. It's nice to be able to make sure that when people are searching that don't know anything about Urbana, they're getting the right information, the right stories that are in the right locations, the correct hours, all those kind of things as well. Um, Sarah, is there anything else that you want to share from your experience with Breslin as far as the benefits of an intern? I know, like you mentioned, it's a very busy time, and I know that from the outside point of view because I'm like, okay, if I need something from Sarah, we'll just wait until after everything dies down a little bit, and we'll brainstorm some ideas. Um, Other than just having an extra set of hands, what are some the other gaps that maybe surprised you or things that Breslin did that you weren't necessarily expecting to happen?
Yeah, so Breslin has so many like hidden skills that I didn't know about. Like, for example, she's also an auctioneer. And if
Of
you've
course she
ever
is.
been to a chamber annual dinner, it's our biggest fundraiser of the year. So when I heard that, my face totally lit up, I'm sure, because I'm like, she will be a perfect auctioneer for our annual dinner. So just kind of like those skills that I wasn't expecting is really fun for us to tap into. Breslin is very much a people person. And if you know me and even Polly a little bit, we're a little bit introverted ourselves. So it's been nice to have an extrovert on our staff. She never hesitates. Like when I told her, like, I need you to go to all the downtown businesses and help us, gather information for the website. I didn't need to hold her hand at all. I didn't go with her. She was able to do that all on her own, which is huge. Just because we never have time to do that. It's hard for us to get out of the office, let alone visit over 40 shops and eateries in just downtown Urbana. So that's been great.
That's awesome. Um, yeah, I know that, Breslin and I have had lots of business conversations along her journey as well and different website questions. And what always stood out to me with Breslin is that she never looked at a challenge as a reason to stop. And I think, that was one of the reasons that she was suggested in the Entrepreneur Club. You got to have that type of mentality. But I can definitely see that as if there's a roadblock in Breslin's way, she finds a way around it. I think that's special. Um, Chris, do you want to kind of speak a little bit around if obviously this is a huge success for Champaign County and for the summer, and I think this is a good testament of other businesses and other organizations should be utilizing our talent, because that's what I see as well. Having the Entrepreneur Club, being involved with a lot of things with the BAC, and looking at what a lot of these kids are doing. These kids are innovative, they're smart, they're wanting to be connected with more local things in our community. I think it's an awesome opportunity whenever a business or organization can pull them into their business and give them a snapshot of what they're doing in their community. What's the best way to kind of take next steps to get involved, or to maybe ask more questions about how their business can get involved with this?
Sure, that's a great question. I think I could talk all day about this, so you might have to cut me off. Sarah said it best. We have so many kids in this county that have so much to offer. They already have the skills, and they're very motivated to work and to learn. Many of them are going to college, many are not. There's a variety, so it really doesn't matter if it's specifically a technology position such as the one that Brezlyn is holding this summer. It could be anything. Technology is tied into everything. She is the organization that we work with in our region that pays for 75% of the salary for an employee or for an intern, which is wonderful, which is how the chamber was able to do it. This summer, we had approximately 40 interns in different positions throughout the county. As a BAC, or Business Advisory Council, Ryan, Sarah, you know this because you both serve on it. We are working to develop the internship program for students. So the best way to learn more about it is, I suppose, to reach out to me or you, Ryan, or Sarah, and ask more about it. And they can get you in touch with me so that you can become a part of the BAC. And also, I can just introduce you to Sochi and learn how to get connected for the next round of internships, which will start in January.
Awesome.
I also no business is too small. Don't let that scare you away because you're a small business.
Good point. Yeah, I think that a lot of times there's a misconception that you have to be this big organization to be able to bring on an intern. I've seen great internships from exactly like you're talking about the chamber, where they're a 3-woman show, and in a lot of ways trying to do about 10 people's jobs. I've seen this at the Economic Development Office when Taylor Armstrong came in as an intern there. It was a huge opportunity for him to get connected in the community and take him on his career path. Yeah, you don't have to be a big, the hospital or something like that to be able to bring on interns. You can bring them on at any size and any capacity.
On the flip side, just because you're maybe a manufacturer or a hospital and you have HIPAA regulations and the age of 18 to worry about to be on the floor, there are just so many other positions that they could be assisting with in HR, technology, just a variety. So really think outside the box at maybe those projects that you have on the back burner that you need some extra assistance with.
No, that's a great point. And I think that, from a high school student perspective, a lot of kids have no idea what a lot of these businesses do. And if they do, they may think that one certain job in that facility, right? And there's so many different jobs, from HR to marketing to to being on the product line, to all different scales of different jobs within that organization, that students would show interest in if they understood more about the business as well. And the best way to give them a snapshot of that is to bring them in and let them spend a couple weeks in your facility and understand how you work. And we've seen this over time, even though we're really trying to revamp this internship program right now with the county and the BAC. The reality is we've got lots of success stories of students that did some type of internship. They go off to college and then they come back because they say, "Hey, I want to come back here. I got my degree now. I can do this job within this organization." And it's a great way to start to line up some talent over time, right? To allow businesses to have a pipeline of talent for specific jobs, maybe 4 or 5 years down the road.
Exactly. I think people don't know what they don't know, and Champaign County just has so much to offer. So this is a perfect opportunity to spotlight a business and show them what you have to offer to the county and to them for a career.
Sure. So Breslin, I know Sarah was talking about how wonderful this has been for the chamber side and for downtown Urbana, and how much they have gained from this. Can you talk a little bit about, from your point of view and your perspective, what have you really taken from this experience?
Yeah, so coming into this experience, going in, I had thought like, yeah, maybe I'll learn a few things about marketing and a few things, because I already knew a little bit like how to post a Facebook post and kind of how to do that kind of stuff. And I know I told them in the interview, like, something that I would love to learn how to do is to make videos and edit videos. And they helped me with that. Like, now I have my own like video, Breslyn's blind spot thing. And so that has been really cool. It's probably been one of my favorite parts. But also just kind of learning how to like run events has been really cool, with the chamber night at the races, the second Saturdays, all of that kind of stuff. It has been like, even the golf outing. Like, it was really cool to see kind of the behind the scenes stuff of everything that goes into those type of events. And I think that has been like a huge just help to me to kind of figure out what all it goes into, and that's been really cool. It's also, you guys think I'm a super outgoing person, but sometimes, I do like, but it's been really cool to just meet all these new people and just like be able to shake their hand and be like, "Hey, I'm Breslyn," without not really caring that like they don't know who I am. And it's just been really cool to, meet a bunch of new people and all of that kind of stuff.
That's awesome. I'm just so happy that this has turned out the way that it has, and I hope that this continues to be the story for many internships to come. I know that's what Chris's her mission is here, is to try to really figure out ways to make this easier for businesses to create an internship, to get it funded the most that we can, from resources that are out there, and then to give not only that business or organization some temporary help and some an extra set of hands, but also to leave that student with something that's they're going to be able to utilize the rest of their career. I thank all of you for what you do in the community, and I wish you all the best of luck. Breslin, I wish you the best of luck in your next chapter as well. I can't wait to see what you come up with. Hopefully, down the road you circle back with some crazy new business idea or something you're working on that I would love to kick around with you. But in the meantime, I will put some links below to both the Visitors Bureau and some of the stuff that Breslyn's been happening with some of her videos, as well as if you want to get involved in the BAC, I'll put some links down there as well to get in contact with myself or Chris Flowers. But thank you so much for your time today, guys, and I hope you have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.